Happy Halloween! What up, MT? Doop, 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 doop. I didn't count. Are we missing one? Guess I can go back up there and count. Oh, it's the second floor missing? Yeah, so most went up there with the screwdriver then. Drop loot. Damn, they fucked me up. Let's go take a peek. take it. I still got the 3 down here. Yeah, we're gonna start spreading books out some more, but either way, until we get a bunch of books to fill them, people are just gonna move books from one to another, disassemble and take it. What the fuck are you doing, dude? My guess is those guys couldn't even read anyway, whoever took our bookcase. God, I can't whistle, my lips are dry. Hey, come on, bud. Quit fucking around. Happy Halloween, Pristine! Sounds like 2 different packs of wolves. double boom boom fanny pack drop. What up, Toenail? Happy Halloween, brother. Hopefully it's nice and spoopy. I have a feeling we might get like one trick-or-treater if we're lucky. It is just pissing rain, like streets are flooding kind of thing. But chat, we got 3 hours and 27 minutes until a better holiday, which is my birthday. So, we got that going for us. Anyone home? I feel like no one's been here. At around 200 tonight? God damn, that's a lot of candy. Without, in a sense, like, doxing myself. Like, where I live, like, there's normally the trick-or-treaters from the neighborhood, but there's such a attraction just down from us that's where the majority of them, all of them go, thank goodness. So it gives more candy for us to eat. Yeah, it's all the same notes. Okay, I mean, some of the food has been taken. I'll go with that. That's hilarious. There's no one else really around you or anything like that, so you... Oh, I agree. I buy one small bag of candy, and if somehow that all disappears, I just keep my lights turned off. Actually, I think this year we're actually turning our lights off, or left our lights off. I'm like, that ain't really worth it. What up, mister? What up, lobster? Thank you for tuning in. Happy Halloweeners. Or do we go dam cap? Ooh. That's why I picked it up. It's only damaged. Yeah, that's the best you're getting out of me for my costume. Hey, blood, you home? It still looks intact. Actually, we're not gonna roam with that. We'll switch to that, but for the time being, we're gonna put on our little crown. So does anyone here know who Carp is? 'Cause supposedly he's holding an event. And if you saw my last stream with him, he's pretty funny. The boys are down doing a couple other different things, so I am running by myself until the others wake up. There's the flatlands. Pause right here for a second. Alright, sorry about that. You've been to some of his tents, gotcha. All I gotta say is if we end up in Beraziki, we went too far. There's Novo. Stop here, let me double check my map. Brovo up there. We go just beyond the Brovo, we should be in Belaya Polana. Or Belaya Poliana, whatever you want to call it. That's De Bruyne. Doesn't allow me to go out? Yeah. Look. Oh yeah, that's a big video. Next town over. it is. What up, Dinkers? Garp! We're out there, Garp! Jesus Christ. Carp definitely does have random dens everywhere. Trick or treat! Smell my feet! There's a pumpkin in there. Might be around. Well, there we go. That's not a bad look. Double check. Technically, it was an hour ago for his event, but I figured people would still be up here. So maybe no one showed and he just called it early? I was just double checking the time. 9 p.m. EST. That's 6. That's literally an hour and 16 minutes ago. What up, best? Diana! Let's go, darling. Alright, well, let's just get the fuck out of here then. Guess this was a waste of time. Oh, finally it rains. Diana will always be number one. We got a nice winter map. Oh, nice. What map is it? Is it Chernarus, Livonia? Please don't tell me it's Namalsk, because Namalsk is just a brutal winter. Same as Sarkal. Sarkal's not too bad, I'd say. Oh, so, oh, oh, so you're playing an actual winter Chernarus? Yeah, where the ponds are frozen over. I've always wanted to do like ice fishing on there. There's been chat amongst most us Duggars talking about doing just that. There you go. I recently went back to some of my roots on some of the PvEVP servers. I learned a bunch of stuff on. Had good intent. Was trying to acquire a lightsaber to go fight dinosaurs with, but none of them happened because it's too hardcore. But it's fun. Nothing worthwhile in there. Yeah, spiders are fun. And you only saw the little ones, man. I'll catch a day as tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for you is a whole different day for me, but for me, in 4 hours and 36 minutes, it'll be my birthday. So we'll do a fun birthday stream. And I think Sunday I'll do a actual Doug birthday party. I was gonna go speak with a couple people. Guess I might be able to speak with them here. Let me just. Where's my map? Ah, you sweetheart. I'd do anything to be 25 again. I don't think there's anyone around. Let me look at my map and see if this might be a shortcut. This might. Okay. What up, Shady? Nothing, brother. Nothing. Someone's doing a light close behind them, so yeah, all this is picked through. Just get the fuck out of here. I am rested up tonight. Didn't take the new meds since the new meds aren't working well. But yeah, I'm officially on my weekend, but 4 hours of sleep, new meds, not the best blend. Black? Don't have anything black. Oh, trust me, I know. Go get your snack, Dinkers. Just for safety reasons. I'm not seeing any zombies. exactly what Pristine saying. Please do not forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps me a lot. Hey boys and gals, anyone home? I heard the shot. I know someone has to be home. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? It's Beer.
Oh, what's up, Beer?
What's up, bud?
How you doing out there?
Wet, but just passing through. Wanted to make sure I checked in and everything, see how you folks are doing. It's been a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're doing decent, I would say.
I'm gonna open up this door and get out of the rain real quick if you don't mind me. There we are.
Uh, if you turn around, I can hear you better. I'm behind you now.
Okay. Hey, must be up there.
Oh, no, I'm right behind you. I'm staring you right in the face. I'm behind this camera
Holy
net.
fucking smokes, bud. Jesus. Fucking oblivious me, I guess. What's up there, brother?
What's up?
Not much.
What you getting up to?
I guess I was late to a little Halloween party or whatever was going on over in Palana. So,
Oh yeah.
nothing going on over there. So I came,
You know,
Oh, you just
we're
fire a
chilling.
flare?
Yeah.
I got you, yeah. I'm starting to see in flickers. Thought I was having a stroke.
No, no, you're good.
But, how you folks been? We heard, there was some commotion with the dam over here. I don't know the extent of anything.
Yeah, as about a week. Not a week ago, but yeah, a couple days ago, they came over. Broke through basically all of our doors, and they didn't Stone Age us by any means, but you know, they definitely raided us. It took them 4.5 hours to do it, though.
Who's that one?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Nergal.
Oh, Nerigal. Hey, what's up, bud? It's Beer.
Hey, man. Good to see you. It's been
Yeah,
quite some time.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been a while since I've been into you, bud. We
So,
tried to check on you guys a couple times since what we heard that had happened, but no one's ever been home since. But everything was sealed, so
yeah, we we kind of rotate in and out. You know what I mean? Like, you can't hang out in Nova all the time.
yeah. Oh, trust me, I know.
You guys ever have any luck with the notes? That whole thing that was going on. We talked with Sam from FCM because we got one that was supposed to be from him, and
Who's that?
he was very certain that it wasn't from him.
I when it comes to the notes, I've got an idea on who's spreading all these false notes.
You said you do have an idea.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have like an airlock area? Like, I'd prefer to talk without shouting.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't we let me roll you in. We'll just hang out here in the
Yeah, that's totally fine.
area out here.
Here, let me get my Halloween costume too.
Oh, you're gonna get all the treats with that.
Look at my crown.
Oh, very nice.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, boys.
Yeah, same to you, bud.
Ah, perfect. Nice cover.
We'll get a fire going so we can all dry off a little bit.
Yeah, why don't we do that over here? Good
Yeah.
call. It is a wee bit moist.
Yeah, as they just say.
So we heard that you guys might have had some, maybe not with Dam necessarily, but maybe some trouble semi recently.
Yeah, we always end up in some random trouble. Kind of seems to follow.
Yeah. It yeah, let's say it does seem to kind of float around like a little endemic sort of.
Yeah. It's that I've always got the game of telephone, right? You know, sometimes people forget a certain sentence into one of those things, and then next thing you know, someone forgets one part, and then they spread the next rumor to the next person. It just fucking never ends.
Yeah, like I think I don't know, like the fact that that note showed up for us, basically saying you guys were gonna, I don't know, want to fight us or something. I was like, well, like that doesn't seem like that could be right. I was like, but maybe. You never know. And then we got one from FCM, and then there was another one left, but the one from FCM wasn't from them because we talked to Sam and he came here, and I was like, hey man, here's this note. I was like, I don't think you left this,
Plug your
but
ears, shady.
maybe you'll want to take this so that you can try to find out who's running your name into the dirt. So
Yeah, 100%. Um, I'll start it straightforward. Oh wait, sorry, wrong thing. My muscles are backwards. Hold on. This muscle. Are you a cultist? Are you a cultist? Are you a cultist?
Absolutely.
Then yeah, I have no beef with anyone. Plain and simple, right? There's never one chance in hell that we'd ever try to poke at anyone that, especially it's been, considered like an ally, a friend, or anything like that. We'd never fucking poke at someone. So for someone to go out there and post these fucking random notes. Now, when it comes to the like FCM, like I know Foxy Dave, right? I've had plenty of encounters with him. He's a great person. I know Sam. I'm not the biggest fan of Sam, per se, just on
So,
the way he talks to folks.
yep.
Uh, he needs a thesaurus kind of thing. Like a little dictionary kind of thing to realize that you're coming off as such a prick. But then some of all the other ones. So we've never had bad run-ins with those boys per se. But in the old times when it was still Roscoe and Delilah running the place, Foxy Dave used to swing by and everything. We never had issues, and we still haven't had issues. But like the claim that one of us had went to ask them for like protection or something like that, or to like pit someone against someone else is fucking ridiculous.
yeah, it was like I don't know, that was, we have ears a lot of places, but that was not something I was like, I don't think that FCM has like host as a subordinate, because what I've known of you guys forever is that you're an independent group that is plying your trade, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's
we're a business,
not really
plain and
like a
simple.
yeah, it's not really like a hierarchy kind of thing. It's a we're plying our trade. This is what we're good at, and we're marketing a skill.
Now we
So the
started
whole
marketing the
like
more skill of hunting out the cultist and anyone like that's when anyone has information on any kind of cultist can always come to us and we will investigate that further while we're still doing our basic business of providing, hunting goods. Whether it be meats, leather, anything in between. We'll always do that, but for us to try to go to war with anyone is fucking like look, Nergal, I'm gonna shoot straight with you, right? We've been at war with BMR. We've been at war with Web. We've been at war with FL, EST, uh, and just a handful of other mercenaries, kind of thing. Never once have we attacked. Never once. Oh, sorry, Blackthorn Gang. But never once have we attacked. Right? The attacks come on us, and then we rebuild and go from there. Right? And then we use our resources of friends, of stating, this kind of person is not good for the Northeast fit, and we will supply and help. But we're just hunters. I don't know how to fucking, drill through someone's fucking massive. Like, this place is huge. I don't know where to fucking start. But in a sense, like, if, for say, that it came down to certain things, like, we could potentially try to ask some help from other people, but that's not what it is. We don't look for retaliation, we look for answers. We look for facts. I don't care about rumors. I don't care about the he said, she said kind of thing. All I care about is providing high quality meats to our customers. Plain and simple. But with the cult
Yeah,
have
I mean,
taken over, killing both of our original founders, we've got a soft spot for it. We're not going to let up. Anyone that claims or has a claim that someone might be off onto it, we're going to investigate.
well, and especially with the cult, I mean, they claim all of Chernarus, so
Hmm.
by their definition, we're all encroaching,
Exactly.
and that just doesn't really jive well for us, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, we had previous, beef with BMR, and it was basically done on, false pretenses, essentially. So, we met up and we squashed that, and we mediated a meeting between FCM and BMR to squash the beef they had. We've had pretty good relations with EST. We've never really had any beef with you guys, so that's why, like, the note was such a surprise. And honestly, even before the storm, the only group up here that we ever had any, I don't know, I would just say anything other than like being friendly with, but it was kind of odd, was the guys in blue. And it was like a constant like accusatory thing, like they would always point at us and say that we had done something or that we stole something or whatever. And then right before the storm, actually, I think it was Bob's and I were off. I think we were in South Novo, and they had met up with us and asked us to come talk with one of their guys in Chernaya. And then on the way there, we didn't hear any shots, but they're like, "Oh yeah, one of our guys is in a gunfight. Can you guys come help us?" And it seemed kind of odd, and it was like the route they were taking didn't make sense. The place they were taking us didn't make sense with the story they told us. And we both just kind of looked at each other and like, this feels like a setup. So we dipped from that because we felt like, I don't know why, but they were trying to set us up, and we think it was to get gunned down was our guess. Like, as far as like treachery, that's like the only, like the only occurrence we've had with anybody up here. I mean, obviously we got hit by FL before. Everybody fights with Dam, I think, for the most part. So, and that's one of those that, like, they came and punched us. They owed us. Like, I mean, we fronted them a 4-dial, and they promised to bring us nails because they were worried about not being able to secure their base after the storm. So we fronted them a 4-dial. They didn't make good on the nails. They shot up a bunch of our people and tried to raid us, and we repelled that raid. And then we went back and hit them, and basically took what we felt was fair, the nails they owed us, and then they came back and hit us. So I guess it's just kind of trading punches at this point. But that's not even somebody that normally dabbles up in this area. I don't think really seen much of the Merrymen since the storm. Like, I haven't even seen Ephraim at all. I haven't seen Sarge. I haven't seen anybody, honestly. We kind of went over to town to Chernaya, and nothing's built there. I don't know, there's like kind of hiding out, I guess, somewhere.
Alright, well, You're mentioning I guess the hippo in the pond kind of thing, and that's gonna be the Merryman, right? So I'm sure you understand our history, and please don't take me as hostile. Speaking with my fist, it just makes me feel more comfortable to drive a point. I'm not aiming these lethal weapons at you. This one on the right is named Python. This one on the left is named Anaconda. They don't
Hell
mean
yeah.
no harm. But
Honestly, I don't really know the Merryman host history, if I'm being honest. So, if you've got time for history lesson.
do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
We got time if you got time.
Oh fuck. Let me put on my little red fucking riding hood at this point.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Very
so
festive.
well, yeah, we're supposed to be trick or treating, and I hope you guys have a treat for me after this, cause I
You
feel
might if your story's good.
it's gonna be pretty decent, pretty decent. Maybe I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Just spitting a story, right? Now, when it comes down to if you want to talk host and Merry Men or myself and Merry Men, it's very similar stories. But at one point in time, it was early last storm. Jerome and Sargent came over to our old place of residence, if you remember the old barn.
Yeah,
And at
kind of
first,
like
it
House
seemed
of Hope.
kind of hostile and everything like that, and they wanted to know like what we're about and blah blah blah, and if we're a good fit for the Northeast. And so I didn't bother doing anything. I jumped out in front of them and explained that like this is our whole shtick, right? These rumors that we were trading with FL or FL informants or whatever all stemmed back from something fucking God knows how long ago when our two founders had made a trade with FL. There was no informancy or anything like that. It was they went to I don't know if anyone's been around long enough. Does anyone know the brokers? Remember that group?
For my time.
Yeah. So the brokers were just outside of Starryar, and they were a trader. And so Roscoe and Delilah had went there to go trade, and they were looking to trade epoxy for some nails so they could establish their first home. And it turns out that the Forsaken Loyalists were inside the courtyard, and they promised Roscoe and Delilah nails for the epoxy. And then, like, a week or so went on, and then they had seen each other again, and then said, hey, go to the Eastside Traders and tell them to grab a box of nails off of their tab or whatever. Well, I guess Mr. fucking Earnhardt had overheard that, and that started a fucking war. So then all of a sudden, their place got kicked in and everything came down. I was at the House of Hope. I liked Roscoe Delilah. I joined the group. Same with a few others. When we picked back up from there, well, we didn't know that there's gonna be a shitstorm coming. So then next thing you know, or you know where our old barn is. BMR kicked
Yeah,
in our
I'm
door
familiar.
just God knows how many fucking times. Like, it was just relentless. They constantly kicked in the fucking door. It just never ended kind of thing. Other groups would do it as well. And saying that we're doing trades with, or informants with them, I would say. It was a basic trade, right? The Roscoe and Delilah at that point had no clue who the fuck the Forsaken Loyalists were, right? And we went through that for God knows how long, to the point where there was a big event at the House of Hope where it's like a community market, and one of the BMR guys decided to sit out in the bushes and see Delilah as she was walking home, apprehended her, or it might have been a couple of them, but apprehended her, put a fucking dog full of, or a bag full of dog shit on her head, blindly walked her into the woods, executed her, and cut her fucking feet to parts. Like, her toes were all sixed and sevened. Like, I've never seen a big toe on the outside, but it was all sorts of fucked up after that. But they left a note saying, like, you don't do business with them or whatever, blah, 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 blah. That was months ago at that point. So we'd already went
Seems like
through.
they're hanging on to old stuff.
Yeah, we'd already went through all of that. Or sorry, they had already went through all of that. And we're talking a tsunami came through and wiped out everything. We're trying to, reestablish. There's new members like myself and all these others. So it's just kind of weird. And then, we rebuild from there. We try to do things, and then all of a sudden sparked the the big war between ourselves, Eastside Traders, BMR, the web, um, and it just kept coming in waves to the point where we got raided. I think it was like 4 times, and yeah, 4 times in 3 days.
That's just exhausting.
Yeah, we're talking about like pretty much Stone Age, 4 times in 3 days. The gods took care of.
Yeah, I could
certain
see having
things.
some beef after that.
Exactly, right? So then you put me into the mix, right? I am very well with words. I'm totally fine of walking into gunfire and try to speak things out. So I was the first person to smooth things over with Eastside Traders and us, with us and BMR, with us and every other little group, the web, you name it. Right? So it all came down to, oh, well, we didn't have that information. Why the fuck would you act on something without full information? So that's why myself, I am
There's a
very,
lot of that going on.
very, very, very about facts. I don't care about a fucking rumor. You can give me a rumor, I'll investigate it, but if there's no facts involved, like, I'm not gonna fucking act on it, period.
Man, that's why, I mean, and I hope you can respect that we're a similar way. That's why we went over to talk with you guys, and I talked with Apache, and we didn't exactly come to be friendly at that point, but we came, on a mission, so to speak. It's like we wanted answers, and if the answers were wrong, and it was, you guys were trying to, basically threaten us, it's like, okay, well, we were going to answer that in kind, and that's why, because, basically we talked and realized that that was not the claim, so kind of why things got hashed out the way they were, and, things got settled down, but it was, yeah, we're definitely, we're not going to be somebody else's pawn, if you will.
100%. And same with us.
I do feel like there's
Is this one
some,
of you
like,
guys?
poking and prodding that's going on, though, with these notes.
I'll speak about the notes. Do you have a bush that I might be able to relieve some pressure in real quick?
Oh,
While
yeah.
you...
Can, you want to just, like, tuck in this corner? That's my usual spot.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry, chat. sorry about that.
Yeah, all good. It's gotta go, right?
Yeah, pond water fucking creeps up on you. You have a couple of these fuckers, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. So now, if you think back, say before this last hurricane that we had had. Oh, I didn't mean to steal your spot. I was just trying to warm up and dry off.
Oh, you're good.
Uh, but you think about it, we had all these notes laying around, and they were all labeled the unknown good, right? You see any of those?
Interesting. Oh, I haven't seen any of the unknown good. I actually brought one found today. I'll let you read this one. That was posted on a well pretty close here in the northeast. Seems some folks maybe are not big fans of FCM.
Yeah, but it also that's kind of a rare one to see up in this area for the fireflies. No, I see the fireflies
So-
up here, but
Yeah, and it makes me wonder if that's not, you know, similar party trying to stir some shit between fireflies, because this is, like you said, this is a long way from Pusta,
mhm.
and it just seems out of place if you.
Yeah, I do plan on making a trip down there to go speak with Pete. I've got a minor relationship with him, but you know the fireflies have treated me well when I'm down in that area and such like that. And I've cleaned up a bunch of rumors. That's my entire job is just running around the fucking map, cleaning up our fucking name because of rumors. That's why I fucking hate rumors. Right. So we hit the whole span of notes that they just constantly went on. They were all signed and postscriptum, the unknown good, PS or whatever, blah 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 blah. But it went on for fucking ages. You could find them fucking everywhere. Uh, two of the things that I realized was first off, they're written in something like this.
That color specifically, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it's blue. Right? Every single one of those fucking notes was written in blue. Right. Now, they were all signed in the same font and everything like that. But then there was two different specific notes that it came out. Right? There was just... Did any of you folks ever meet Ron Fisher? Ron with two N's, as he would say.
Don't think so.
Yeah,
I met
okay.
a Ron a few storms ago, but I don't know that it was the same Ron.
Yeah, okay.
My
He
name's
was running
Ron.
around with Big E back then.
Ron Fisher wouldn't have ran with Big E, but yeah. But either which way, Ron Fisher was a very notable guy across pretty much all of the North, I would say. I always ran to him in all the most random places and everything like that. He always had something to say. But pretty much, I guess what had happened is our group, we were trying to diffuse something or clear up a rumor with Eastside Traders. We had walked by and happened to be going over towards the tower, Flint's tower. And then a little detour came by. And we saw someone pretty much tied up or whatever up on top of the rocks. And it happened to be Big E and a couple other people. I had no clue that that was Ron that was tied up there. And he was executed. right? Our group, we were pointed out with fully automatic weapons and us using, just Mosin's kind of thing, and told to just fucking leave. We did exactly that. Now, there is only one other person that I'd ever told that stuff to, or I won't say person, I'll just say one other group, would be the Merrymen. I told my story at the
Interesting.
House of Hope to them. I explained that to them, and then I went to go help them retrace everything that I had just briefly saw. And we got all the way down to the Eastside Traders. And they got the confirmation that Ron Fisher was officially dead. Um, and so I went from there to take on someone that was pretty fresh to the lands that they had, told me to, like, hey, bring him back to the House of Hope. And I was like, okay, it's pretty close to my barn. I'll take him home. And I got a little bit of a ways, and then all of a sudden, I didn't see anything. Next thing I'm laying, I thought I was laying down on grass. Next thing you know, it's beach.
Oh, one of those trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I call it the lady. I do have a voice in my head about that. It's nothing to do with the clowns. But yeah, it just wasn't my time. And so I woke up down there in Solnichny area and made my way back up home. And so it lead me to think that did someone follow me for a little while and potentially try to take my life. Well, if they did, they didn't, conquer it. Now, this being said, what I just told you, you're pretty much like the second, maybe third person I've ever told the story to that would have any kind of, you remember like back in the day with the detective things when they had all of the things and like red lines to point to things and everything like that?
Oh yeah, little charts connecting everything.
Yeah. He'd be probably the third person that would ever know that you could connect one of those red fucking tacks with string to us of being there at that time. We had passed by. We had went by, been a minute later or so, and we heard fully automatic gunfire or something like that. That's all I remember. Nothing to do with us. Well then, next thing you know, a couple weeks later, after I had told the story at the House of Hope to the Merrymen, and helped them go about rerunning everything that I had saw, we get these notes spread literally all across of South Zagoria. And I mean all of South Zagoria. And they're claiming that there was Big E, Hugs, and the host were responsible for Ron Fisher's death. All written in that same pen color right there. And posted fucking everywhere. Like in the most random places and everything like that.
And if you hadn't mentioned the group association that you had talked to prior to us about those events, the pen, I kind of would have just been like, all right, they chose blue.
No. Every
When you
single
have these
note.
multiple coincidences, it starts to not be a coincidence anymore.
Mm-hmm. And every single note was in the same font. It was signed by the unknown good. It had a postscriptum, right? Not a PS. It wrote out entirely postscriptum, and then had its own little bit on the bottom, in the same font and everything like that. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my little pot here. All of us are a little different, but everyone can see that the tip of my pen here is green, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're more of an all black style.
I am semi-color blind, so this looks more black to me, right? So every single note that I've ever written, for the most part, unless it's desperately in need, will be in this color. I recently learned it's green. It is what it is. But
So
for,
here's a trivia question for you.
mm-hmm.
Brenna, since you're familiar with colors, how are you with spelling?
Well, I was a scholar as a child.
So if you were going to spell guard, like iron guard, how would you spell guard?
I hope someone said Gard.
You know, somebody wrote a note once upon a time, and he wasn't so good at writing the note, and he spelled guard, Gaurd. And there was a certain
Wow.
group that you've referenced that uses potentially that blue pen, and they made fun of this guy for it. The note that was left here for us that was supposed to be from you that said "fuck the Iron Guard" host was spelt the same way as the note that was made fun of by the specific group south of us. So you're talking about connecting these red lines, or in this case, maybe they're blue lines, right?
Yeah, I was
They're
saying it'd be
starting
like a
to
blue
all
line.
kind of, yeah, they're all sort of starting to connect here. The old blue
I'm
pen,
about to lay it on 'em,
them
Shady.
knowing about
About to
where
lay
you
it on
guys
'em.
were at, and even though you weren't involved, you basically got told eat this muzzle or fuck off, so you guys left. Which, I mean, I don't blame you. I'd prefer to leave as well, but that note, jokes, the one that was supposed to be from you with the same spelling. I don't remember if that was blue or not. It's been a while. But this is all starting to point at the guys who, claim to be out for the
Yeah,
betterment of everybody.
and I'm gonna tell you now. Right. I am so fucking happy you're picking up on what I'm putting down. You're smelling what I'm stepping in. Right. There's one specific person within those people's ranks. Right. So now we're gonna go to a whole different story here. Right. So you know that we have the Baron. You know that we have the mustache. Right.
I do, yeah, the green one.
Yeah, the Mustache is a public library that we're opening, but we just started there first. So if you ever find books, by all means, drop them off there and everything like that. And that's me shameless plugging it kind of thing. Now, what had happened was, oh, say a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, was Benjamin, which I don't know if you've met Benjamin before. He's one of the leaders, along
Yeah,
with
we've met
myself.
once.
He had taken the lock off the door. Now, the normal door is closed. The one that we had built is just behind it. So he'd taken the lock off the door. And he was adjusting the combination on it. Um, and then Apache. I'm sure some of you folks have met Apache before. Right? So he was just waking up and he was in like the little kitchen area over there. And so he's still wiping crusties out of his eye. Now, the Merrymen, and I'll give you names afterwards, open up the front door, open up the secondary front door, proclaim that they had shouted and yada yada, blah blah blah. They had gunned Benjamin down right inside the front door, right there, to the right, shot him in the
In his
fucking
own house.
face, inside the house. And then Apache was in the kitchen, and they gunned him down, claiming that he had a gun in his hand and looked like he was doing something. Now, Nerigal, I'm going to say that you have a gun in your hand. You're going to say I have a gun in my hand. It's a fucking strap. Right? There's no gun in either of our hands. Both of our hands are free to do this. Exactly. So once again, it's bullshit. Right? But Benjamin was over here, never heard a fucking lick from anyone. Like they'd kind of crept up or whatever trying to get by zombies. Opened the door, opened another, and immediately gunned him down. And as they saw someone else say wake up and stand up, gunned him down. Pretty fucked up, right?
Mostly just sounds like a, yeah, mostly just sounds like a cover story.
Yeah, but if we go all the way back to their part, they're supposed to be for the people from the trees, right?
That is the claim.
Yeah, how the fuck is that for the people? Especially when it's in the Northeast. Especially, now imagine it's me. right? I have both my armbands on. Now imagine that that post right there next to your guy has two different notes that claim this is the host, this is the House of Host Library, and another one saying the host has moved, blah blah blah, we're doing this here. There's two different notes on that pole next to him where he would have came in and executed two of my guys. Seems a little off, right?
Seems a little suspect.
Mm-hmm. So you ready for the big full circle?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was rewinding the tape there. Now remember when I was telling you about all these notes about the unknown goods spreading all these rumors about all these different people, and I'm only referencing myself, my group, or friends that were in there, right? Same penmanship, same everything. It all comes down to one person. That I have clarification from the Merrymen could be the very specific person. Have you
I
ever
guess
met?
the real question is it one of theirs?
It is. I am 98% sure it is theirs. And there's no, like, unless you can find that point, or the 2%, it is 98% one of their guys. And I'm going to give you the entire information here. Now, out of anyone in their ranks, I don't know how many folks you've met from the Merrymen. Could you think of anyone being a little fucking crazy, a little drug addicty, just kind of nodding off, like doing their own thing?
I think I recall one guy I don't remember who it was, but we had a meeting and he was kind of like tap dancing around the whole time, and then just kind of like bailed. I don't remember who it was. It's been a while, but that could be drug addicty tap dancing around during a meeting.
100%. Now, have any of you folks ever met British Paul? BP?
Maybe one.
Yeah,
He hasn't been present for much of the stuff that I've seen.
that's him. That's the cocksucker that's writing all
Well,
these fucking notes. He's the one. So, now, I'll clear up my part in a second on what happened to us. But from all of my investigation and everything like that, he's a known drug addict. He abuses morphine, right, to the point where he's passing out. He has claimed that other Merrymen are fucking FL informants. He's went on this whole tirade about anyone. And, like, if you mention your name to me and I fucking plug a morphine in my leg kind of thing, I'm like, yeah, that's an FL informant. He's going on a fucking
That's the fucking
tirade.
guy that was at EST. He was at EST asking everybody for morphine then. That's fucking him. That was last storm he was still hitting morphine, because there was a guy there, I didn't know that was him, that was rolling around asking for morphine.
I'm gonna put it this way. I've known for months, or sorry, I've been told for months this guy has been doing exactly that. Just addicted to morphine, anything that he can do to get a fix kind of thing. But then he disappeared. He hasn't, like, if you've ever met the Merrymen and they came up here, he wouldn't be in present. You just randomly bump into him, like, say at EST or somewhere else what could potentially have morphine. He's not coming to a normal meeting kind of thing like he's an established member, even though he is an established member. He's been there for God knows how long. Right? So that's why it took me so long to denounce him. Because, like, I've met him, but this is months and months before his little addiction got that much worse. Oh, thank you. I thought you were about to fucking shoot me. You know, so everything is pointing, like we're talking about the line of string going every single fucking which way a blue string points directly at him. The guy is out here just being fucking reckless. And the one thing I've told every single person that's ever questioned me whatsoever is you never call someone a fucking cultist and you never call someone an FL informant or a sympathizer. Sympathizer. Period. That's how you get people fucking killed. I have fought the war for months. Months and months and months and months. Trying to clear off an honest trade between someone that had no clue who the fuck FL was. And then all of a sudden it just turned into like we're their biggest fucking supporter kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, I think FL has their supporters. I couldn't tell you where exactly, but I don't think there's somebody without a network. But I also would assume, because I don't know who they are, that their network is probably pretty private. So I don't think if they, if you didn't know who they were, that they would do business with you anyway.
Yeah,
I just don't think they work that way. I mean, they came and fucking raided us, and they left us a note saying it was just business. I was like, what?
I'm gonna be 100% fucking frank with you, bud. 100% frank. If we have 100% fact or belief that someone is a cultist or a cultist sympathizer, and they come around, we will trade that information with them. Right? That is their whole fucking thing. Their club got taken down by the cultist, and we're hunters, right? We're not ones to go blowing doors or... Like I said, I already explained that, right? So if I can make a profit off of giving them that, but I will never give them a rumor. Not a fucking chance. Our whole goal is to investigate rumors, figure out if it's a fact, and then we'll act on it, which we've acted. We found 3 different stash houses by the cult, with cult prayers and everything like that in there, right?
Oh shit,
so
that's
if
pretty
you
telling.
ever see just a glimpse of, like, say, a Lion Iron band next to myself kind of thing, it's a business transaction of only that. They've asked me for other things like epoxy and things like that, and I've turned it down. And normally when I turn it down, my leg is broken, I'm stripped of all my ammo, and that's it. It's plain and simple. Like, I don't care. But the biggest one is we have never aligned ourselves with them. We've never done anything like that. But you've got a loose cannon, which is British Paul out there, spreading these rumors to people that wouldn't understand business, right? You imagine Murphy Joe walking up, from Svet kind of thing, reads a note and just says, "Oh my God, the hosts are the worst people ever," because of the verbiage of a note. That's not true.
Yeah,
Any person that comes by our place needs food or shelter or an escort, we'll happily provide, and then some.
And those notes, if we were not, reasonable people, it would have been pretty kinetic, you know what I mean? Between, like, you and I, or us and FCM, if we hadn't used words like human beings first. So, I mean, that could have caused some, like, serious hardship for everybody involved. So, I guess my question is, how do we find this fucker? I haven't seen him since the storm.
I'm working on it. Right, that's part of my investigation right now. As I'm working on it. I have sources and things like that. I won't reveal any kind of thing like that because that includes, the entirety of the bit of my business, per se. But I will say that justice will be brought. The only thing I ask is if, for say, you come into contact first to try to let us know. Our predominant radio channel is 102.5. We're a quick jaunt away from you kind of thing. And we can come over and ask our questions as well, and we can go from there. Now,
I give you my word that if we find him first, we'll let you know. He will be here. He will be shackled, and you'll have your chance to ask whatever you need of him. But yeah.
And I ask that anything that comes of some kind of meeting like that, whatever happens from there, is respected amongst both groups. Right?
I agree to that.
He took an eye out of one of my guys. I'm in an eye for an eye kind of thing. But I'm not saying that I'm gonna kill the guy or anything like that. But there's some serious questioning to be had. and I want the truth behind the so unknown good notes that had caused us nothing but fucking grief for over a month straight. Those notes were the ones that had got us to get fucking absolutely stone-aged 4 times in 3 days.
Beer, I'm gonna be straight with you. If you find Paul before we do, let us know you've got him. If you would, we're happy to house his interrogation / trial. And
execution.
we, yeah, I think, without making it too gruesome, I think he's gonna end up at the top of the tower, and then we'll end up at the bottom of the tower. Unless he, as you've mentioned, that 2%, he's able to sell that 2% to where you believe it, I believe it, and I'll be frank, I probably will invite Sam from FCM, as long as you're amicable to that, since he was also implied in those notes and blamed, essentially. I think he may want to have questions as well, and I think he's entitled to ask.
I understand the whole Sam bit, right? I don't trust Sam for shit just due to the fact that the way he talks to people. My whole bit here is that if it happens between either one of our groups, period, we want to keep this as minimal as possible, right? And no one can say anything, period, or else it's just going to be the same shit that had happened in the past, right? The merry men go around all around the south, and they raise up everyone, they come up here and they fucking stone age everyone, blah blah blah, with no fucking facts. I've seen it.
Well, I can tell you, no words will come from him. No words will come from him. This is, familiar with the term loose lips sink ships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everything that we've discussed here is between just my group and your group, and it's only between myself, Benjamin, and Apache. We're the only three that know any of it because we're the leaders, right? So I expect that you folks keep it that same way, keep it in the upper ranks kind of thing. Now, if you find any other information, by all means, let us know. But the rest of the story is it's not just only him that I have a problem with. Have you ever met Serge?
I have met Sarge.
Mm-hmm. He's the gunman.
More than once. Ah.
Now it turns out that no one had seen
the man with the pen and the man with the gun.
Mm-hmm. Turns out no one had seen BP in months, and then Serge and BP go running into our domicile, and then BP, from the way the story Serge had told me, was BP was telling him, like, no, these guys are FL informants, they did a trade for a car, or they were holding a car for them, and yada 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 yada. They went on this whole tirade kind of thing. Realistically, do you remember the brass tacks?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah. They came here at the end of, the last calm, essentially, before the big storm. And they came here under some bad info and said they were investigating cultist activity here. And we realized they were misinformed. We spoke with Apache. He set up a talk between us, and they basically came and, I would say, paid the Novo tax, essentially, right? Because they realized they fucked up, and we essentially offered some sort of a agreement of like, hey, you guys pay for what you broke, and don't do this shit again, and we'll let it slide. So, yep.
Yeah, so they don't exist. We took the McCall brothers from the brass tacks. They are now under my ranks. We are teaching them the proper way of doing things under our radar, and they've been nothing but more than respectful on following our way. There was a couple loose cannons in there, which we haven't seen anything from them since the storm had ever happened. They just left a note saying that brass tacks was gone, and we adopted a couple. So, that being said, you'll see Dylan and Johnny McCall. They will be donning one of our bands. They are solid gentlemen, right? I don't know if they had any play in any kind of thing that had happened before, but I just want no bad blood out of that. They were just following orders from Tino. Tino had moved south.
Yep. Tino was the one that that left the note. He's the one we spoke with, so as far as I'm concerned, Tino claimed responsibility for that, and it's squashed as of now.
Alright, perfect. I just want to make sure that there is no other random tangents kind of thing.
Yeah, no. Not as far as I'm concerned.
Perfect. But, yeah, when it comes to the BP bit, you know, there's two different people there. There's the one whispering in the ear, the devil on the shoulder, and there's the one that acted on it. I'm not saying that I want both kind of thing, but the main thing I want is questions and answers. And if I don't get the answers, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Well, we'll definitely keep our ear to the street, because that's something we certainly have an interest in. Well,
Dreamer.
they've been pretty scarce lately, though. I'll say that much. Haven't seen much of them.
Yeah, no, same here.
Is that that's something you want some help with potentially? I mean, we can definitely less than overtly poke around.
I would say don't poke.
We just
I
haven't
would say
seen 'em in a while.
don't poke, right? Don't poke the bee's nest kind of thing. If a bee lands on your arm and kind of whispers something, then by all means. Who's this guy? He looks like my friend. Are we best friends now? Are we both robbers? Well, we're wearing the robber mask. Is this Kiwi?
The glove.
Don't lie to me, Kiwi.
The glove does not fit. What?
My name is Ron.
Ah,
From the Pawnee Parks Department.
fair enough. Alright, let's make sure. You put your hands down, bud. You're gonna lose
I also
circulation
go by
in your
Duke
fingers.
Silver.
Picking up what you're putting down. You wanna go find a saxophone for me?
Don't be telling anybody my secret.
I won't.
Keep them hands up. I'm just gonna cuff you. There we go.
Let's see, is he one of Iron
A
Carrot?
little tennis elbow, I think. He's well, maybe being a citizen here.
Ah, citizen, hell yeah.
Depends on if he's made of iron or not.
I made it of gold.
I could try to beat him with a pumpkin and see what happens. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. This ain't my property.
He's
How the fuck are you?
ready to
What the
receive
hell
the
is
blessing
going
of
on?
the earth. Breaking out.
I keep seeing his hands in front of him, and they're not in front of him.
Goddamn Houdini.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bed
as you
was
know, I
built
like
different.
being handcuffed. Usually to a bed, though. A little weird.
You know you can shoot handcuffs off of people, right?
Let's try it.
Crouch down.
The
Yeah,
needle.
turn
You
your back to
gotta
me.
kneel.
Yeah. I'll shoot him off. Good aim.
I think if you shoot him off from the front, it doesn't work as good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's facing me.
Ass around, boy.
Crouch down.
I missed. I don't have
About
keys
to be
on
a
me.
science experiment. Oh god, I'm moving. I trust DT, but... Uh-oh.
I'm dying. No.
Trusted DT. Got another
I mean, if
man.
there's something I know about DT, it's that usually
Damn right, beer's gonna
you
go.
can find a way to land shots on somebody. This is like that show from like 20 years ago. Had the
Come on, shoot him again.
science guy.
Shoot him again.
Mythbusters? Yeah.
Yeah, that hit him.
Oh, you got him.
Only a few extra holes, yeah. And keep their life juice in there. God, how many holes does this man have?
Fucking all of them.
Yeah,
I think I have a couple more now.
excellent. Well equipped.
Your
then.
backpack's behind you. Beer is far shadier than I originally
No,
thought.
I
I
had
don't know.
plans for me, you, and these handcuffs later, but now they're ruined.
Beer is a diplomat.
A little bit of blood on him too.
Yeah, if you
Like
don't
a
mind,
vampire popsicle now.
you wanna
Take it,
call,
Ron.
You wanna call me pretty? I got a pretty crown on.
You're pretty, beer.
Ah, thank you, bud.
Yeah, when it comes to boys in blue, if you've got any leads, we get a little closer to that.
Yeah.
We'd, again, we're definitely would like to essentially be the venue for these questions because we have questions as well. It's easier to just ask them all at the same time.
No, for
Did you
sure.
say sexually?
Anyone want
Trying
to
to have a
take him?
meeting.
Anyone
The
want to
next
take him out
person to
back?
Interrupt is getting their leg broken.
We can take him out back if you'd like. Give you full permission.
I think I feel like the best way to probably glean some of those answers from Paul's probably there. Put it doesn't necessarily have to fly off of there, so to speak, but when you put like a little little fear factor into it, I feel like maybe he'll sober up some.
Yeah, but also enough
like-
epinephrine will override, potentially the morphine. Right.
Yeah,
So
you
depending on the
think if-
circumstance.
He's on a lot of morphine, he'll survive that fall?
I
mean,
It's like
he
there
might-
ain't no one
I
surviving
suppose
that.
if- I
yeah, but
suppose
it's like
if he
back
does,
in
he
before
deserves
the
to walk away.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I don't suspect he'll have much
Thank you so
left
much,
in the way
Shady.
of joints.
Everyone, please hit
Might,
the
yeah,
like
he
and
might not have
subscribe.
any knees after that.
I'd
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Probably no bone structure, but that doesn't really sound like a me
Might
problem.
just be like a puddle on the floor.
I feel like Jello was created here. You just toss something off the top and it became Jello. I don't know if anyone remembers Jello.
Well, yeah, they probably tossed something off, and then they're like, that creates Jello, and then
Yeah, let me grab you. You want a bite to eat?
Yeah, I could definitely take a little bite to eat.
Let me grab you some. If you talking, I haven't been feeding you at all.
Ah, thank you.
Well, one for here, one for the road, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that, I will say that kind of starts to round out our suspicions, you know? The finger pointing, the potential, trying to set us up with...
Yeah, so-
didn't connect.
Someone's trying to do civil war. That's all it is. But they're half-assing it on a note that says, like, fuck Iron Guard, signed the host kind of thing. Things like
And they
that are
spelt it
just...
wrong.
Well, I
Those
know.
dumb fucks.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
why I
like...
asked you about the spelling.
Oh, trust me. I've heard about that note. I might have saw the note. I don't remember. But that kind of bullshit there, like... like, come on. Put some context into a fucking note. And then research someone that you're going to write a note for.
Yeah, it was pretty generic, you know what I mean? It was like, fuck you, us. I'm like, make any sense. That does, though, cause some more suspicion that maybe they're the people that shot some of our citizens down in Southern Industrial. That note appeared shortly after, so I'm wondering if that was, you know, we didn't find it right away.
It could have been, but
I wonder if that was them trying to blame you, basically.
Yeah, it definitely could have been, but that's not the only similar note, right? We spoke with Shifty from the Odyssey, and he showed us a couple different notes that were like claiming like Black Sheep saying fuck so and so all the way up north. Like the Black Sheep aren't up north, right? And then
That's
there was
Glovo. That's not really their style anyway.
exactly, but then he also had another one that said like fuck it wasn't ORCC, it might have been like it could have even been like Men of the North signed Odyssey or Shifty. Like he showed
You
us
mean
a couple.
The Man of the North.
Exactly.
There's
Lou.
a couple of them now.
I think there's another one, yeah. From what I heard, the rumors are saying that there's 2 Men of the North. Potentially. Maybe
Well,
3.
there's 3. There's Lou, and there's a husband and wife.
Look,
Oh, boy.
Lou's not letting go. And I fucking love him for that. Lou's an amazing person, so...
Yeah, Lou's great.
Either which way, you know, there's no influx for, say, too much of, say, the Free Company militia towards him. He is... I'd say he's part of them, but he's not part of them. He's friends with them, kind of thing.
Mm,
But the Free Company
I mean,
militia, like I
yeah.
said, they're not out there picking fights, to my knowledge, unless someone had picked a fight with them. From everything I've ever heard or researched before all this bullshit, right? You know, I've got, you know, basic relations with a couple of them, but there's not a chance in hell. And if you think about it, when, you know, you guys were told that one of our guys had went over there and tried to grab Free Company to come back us up or whatever, we'd already had the meeting by then. With Dylan, who was the main person involved. So it's like, someone is writing all these false notes, and those ones are a little different than, you know, the previous ones, right? There's no context. But, you know, the unknown good ones were like in full explicit detail of everything that had happened. And if you just, like I said, you pin all the strings up and they eventually lead to the center, it was British Paul. I am 99% sure. 99.9. You find the 0.01, then fucking, you know,
I mean, I
I'll
figure
let
if you
you
showed
hang
up
me out.
98%, yeah, I figure if you showed up 98%, I feel like stuff that we've talked about here ought to be pretty close to rounding out that 2%.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, when there's so many coincidences that all point the same way, probably not a coincidence anymore.
But
That pretty much answers, you know, any of my doubts on who it could have been.
yeah, like I said, there's not a single person in my group whatsoever that would ever want to even wage a war, right? The only wars that we have is with Blackthorn and with the cult. Period. Anyone else that wants to try to wage a war, I will happily go in there and delegate from there. From whatever it is, I will speak my truth and take whatever comes from there. But we all know that the Blackthorn gang are housing cultist, right? So I put those two in the same fucking category. Exactly. That's what they are.
But yeah, I'd say that's pretty public knowledge at this.
Yeah.
They were
Oh, everyone
not only
knows.
housing them, but I'd say directly part of it. So
Allowing them to arm up, dress as them, this, that, the other. So anything involved with them, not a chance. But when it comes to all the other basics kind of thing, like, you know, like I said, we're searching for facts. I don't want rumors. If you guys have any kind of rumor spread of so and so seems kind of fucking wishy-washy because this, that, the other, just give me a name, potentially where they were seen about, and I'll investigate. But we're not going to act on anything without facts, plain and simple.
yeah, I feel that's the easiest. Keep things straight too, is if you just stick with facts and truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, spinning the tail and trying to remember who you spun the tail to and remember how you spun it and why, and I don't know. It's easier to just be a straight shoot.
Exactly. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Get him big! Get him big!
You know, or
Apricots are a waste of
died at
energy.
Blackthorn. DT actually broke his jaw a couple storms ago.
Mm.
Problem is when they dance around like this, one of them's gonna get.
Someone's gonna end up on the coast.
Yeah. Before the storm, that actually happened here. We had a boxing match, and somebody ended up ghost.
That was Sam.
Oh, well.
Now we got a victor.
So yeah, wake him up. Well,
Now, I'm gonna tell
looks
you
like we
as
got
well.
a nap coming in shortly.
Yeah. So, first of all, it is nighttime, so if I can get your blessing to be able to leave the streets without being shot in the back, would be nice.
Yeah, you're good.
Second off, I am planning a. They're not planning. I'm like spitballing a birthday party. So, tomorrow.
Whose birthday?
Me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's coming up in a couple hours. But gotta go
Damn.
speak with Felix and those guys, see if they wanna potentially host it over there. Do a little birthday get together and try to draw in cultist. That's the whole goal. I know that all those higher end ones were looking for me, so figured I need some more secure than my own fucking barn.
Well, let us know. Either stop by or I don't know, send
It'll
us
be
something in
It'll be a general
the Trinaris
broadcast.
mail.
Yeah, it'll be a general broadcast.
Okay. I think probably swing at the least. I know I've got some wrapping paper up there. I've been dying to put something in. Seems like it's good indication as any.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, you folks are fully invited to it. I will, like I said, I'll post something more general for everyone, and it'll be out there. So I hope to see you folks come join.
Yeah, sounds like a plan, man. If you want, I'll show you how to hop out of here.
Yeah, that means give me to the
That way
trees.
you're not
Yeah,
stuck here at nap time.
I gotta get to the trees.
You just come right up top.
Yeah.
Walk right out by the light, buddy.
Alright, boys. Thank you for all the hospitality over here. Appreciate y'all. I do have permission now because it's past dusk to walk around. If anyone here shoots me in the back, Nurgle will eat you.
It's entirely possible.
That is entirely possible.
But I guarantee you, if I do, it's gonna be ass first.
God damn it.
Oh,
Alright, boys. No, Nurgle, pleasure speaking with you. It's been a while. So, y'all take care.
Yeah, it has been.
We'll speak here
Alrighty,
soon.
buddy.
But like I said, let me know on the boys in blue. That's where I shot a war boy. That was fun indeed. It was good to see Nurgle. Haven't seen him in God knows how long. And he's the actual leader, so. Everyone needs a little beer in their life. Damn right, Dreamer. Got some issues over there, Mr. Mod So Amazing. think he's having a stroke. landing up there. There's my stats for everyone. 1 day, 20 hours, 268 infected killed, 48 kilometers. Best hit on a survivor, 2 meters. Must have been a taser. But go ahead and do this for now. And then we'll come back to it. Try to get home. Right, let's try to get back in. It's almost time to shave beer. Am I gonna shave me? Actually, I did take the face mask off, so maybe that's what you're referring to. Real life, yes, I do need to shave. Got some stubble. But tomorrow I'm going for a full blown nice haircut, all that jazz. Should be nice. Ah, damn, I was hoping that you were, like, willing to come all the way over here to the other side of the coast and shave me. Wait, before I do that. There's this and this. You will on Sunday. Alright. I don't know. I bet it before it was in character. I'll book the hotel room now. Mr. Mod So Amazing is gonna shave me. You're on the East Coast. Yoink. Are you still roaming around or no? I am streaming, by the way. Just a heads up. In case you are still roaming around, you could be AFK. there, bud? Forgot that that was the SKS and not the fucking Deagle. What up, Gajira? Good night, Dinkers. Thank you for showing up. What up? Patchy's still not here. I'm streaming, by the way. I just came to see if he was around or not. Yeah. I think that's gonna be it. So, thank you everyone for all the views, the subscriptions, hanging out. Doesn't matter what it is. Support is support. I appreciate you like no other. I'm getting tired, so switch my meds back to other ones. So we will go ahead and call it here. Um, Other than that, just have a happy Halloween. Um, and then literally in 3 hours it's my birthday, so clear your schedules for tomorrow. We're gonna go crazy. Probably not, but we'll try to go crazy. Uh, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the likes, the subscriptions, and everything like that. Um, we will see you tomorrow, actually. Yeah. Well, I'll do a birthday stream tomorrow. Love y'all. Tell your loved ones you love them. And